Okay, we'll try to solve problem number 2.1. The data given I already wrote here, that is W by L they already gave, and that is 50 by 2.5, 50 by 0.5. VDS they already gave 3 volt. Vx is here, if you can see, that is ultimately VGS because G is Vx and the source is connected to ground, so this is ultimately VGS. They also gave that if you want you can refer the table number 2.1 for any necessary data. We'll see whatever we need from table number 2.1, we'll take it one by one. All right, so now question is, what is ID with respect to VGS? So we need this kind of graph here. The question is this basically. This is X, this is Y axis. In X axis is containing VGS, and here we want ID. How this graph will look like, that is the question. Okay, so now what to do? So first of all, please try to understand this. In this question, you don't need to worry about the current when VTH, I mean when VGS is less than VTH. In real scenario, you will find some current even though your VGS is less than VTH. But if you will prefer table number 2.1, they are saying this is level 1 spice model. So in level 1 you can just assume that if your VGS is less than VTH, your current is 0. So we will do the same thing. So how to approach this question, I mean how to go towards the solution? The first one is, we can put VTH here. And what is VTH? That is question. Up to which voltage we need to go, that is 3 volt. Okay, now from where VTH we can find. So if you will refer the, let me show you that table number 2.1, it will be easy for you. If you will see here, this is table 2.1. VTO, they are saying threshold voltage with 0 SB. You can take this VTO for sure. Still it is for 0 VSB, but ultimately we are using 0 VSB only. But you can take this VTO for this calculation. If your body voltage is a variable, you should worry about your VTH change. But in this problem that is fixed. So VTH is nothing but VTO, that is 0.7. We are right now saying only for NMOS. In the question they are asking for PMOS also. This is solution for NMOS only. They took the mode of VGS, if you will see, mode of VGS, mode of VDS. Why? Because in PMOS, we will see after this question, after this video, that in PMOS you will find the VGS negative value compared to your source. That's why. So but in NMOS you will find the VDS is equal to 3 volt. Vx, that is VGS, we need to go from 0 to 3 volt. Okay, now what is the question? Like we need to have the ID graph with respect to VGS. So we have two areas. One is this, second is this. Above VTH, lower than VTH. So when VGS is less than VTH, that means, let me write it here. For VGS less than VTH, ID is 0. Why? Because NFET is off. Alright. Okay. Now what about this above VTH? So we know that for VGS is greater than or equal to VTH, we have equation of ID. that you can find in this chapter, and that is 1/2 mu n cox w over L VGS VTH square. We are considering channel length modulation also here, so it will be lambda VDS. Okay, so I can draw here, that is like this one from 0 to up to this point. This is ID. I want the other value of ID here up to 3 volt. Okay, that value will follow this equation. Okay, in this equation, let us separate some part out of it. So 1/2 is fixed, so it's like 0.5. What is mu n? Again, if you will see from table, mu n is given, that is UO. You will find UO, that is 350 cm square by V by S. This is cm square. So I mean, see, in this solution, your unit is very important. If you are forget to convert your unit into the common form, that is like, let's say for this example, we need to convert it to meter square by volt by S. So we need to convert it. Otherwise, what will happen? Your answer will be correct, but your 10 power of 10 will be incorrect. I mean, the calculation will be correct, what I meant, but your power of 10 will not be correct. So be careful about this unit. So how to convert into meter square? That will be into 10 raised to 4. So 350 into 10 raised to minus 4, not plus 4. It will be meter square. Okay, so UO we got. I will put here 350. Remember one thing, if you are converting your unit into common form, you don't need to write unit here. Otherwise, you should write unit here to make sure that your answer will correct. Okay, what about COX now? So COX is not directly given, but instead of that, what is given is this TOX, that is 9 into 10 raised to minus 9 meter. TOX you will find from table. What is TOX? That is, let's say this is your MOSFET. This is your gate, and this is your insulator. Here we are assuming this SiO2. So this thickness is TOX. Okay, and the equation of COX is E0 ER epsilon 0 epsilon naught is not E, I'm sorry, by TOX. Permittivity, this is permittivity of air, relative permittivity upon TOX. How this is coming? This is like the basic equation of C is epsilon A by D. D is the depth, the distance between the two plates. Here, this is one plate, this is second plate, and this is the distance. So if you will find the E0 ER value, it will be 3.9 into, this is relative permittivity of SiO2, 8.85 minus 12. This is Faraday per meter square, so this is again common. We converted meter square here, and this is in meter, so we don't need to convert it. So COX value I will put here, that is 3.9 into 8.85 10 raised to minus 12, 9 into. Okay, now something important part is coming, W by L. So that is given 50 by 0.5. But here if you will see the exact equation, you need to take the L like effective. Okay, effective. And what is L effective? That is L is equal to drawn length minus 2 diffusion length. This is LD. LD is given in the table, so that is 0.08 micro, 10 raised to minus 6. Now question is, here they didn't give the unit for the 50 or 0.5, so you can use some common sense here. Let's say it's a micro, it's a nano by nano, so 0.5 nano. We are still struggling to find the this product, what we can say, the PDK product library with 7 nano, 5 nano. I mean, in market they are still available, but we are still struggling with that. So 0.5 nano is obviously not available. If you will see millimeter, mm, you will see the length is 500 micro. Again, that is very large in the CMOS technology. So unit you can find micro by micro. So that means 500 nano upper is 50 micro. Yeah, 0.5 micro is for ultimately 500 nano. Here you can, this is just for just to understand which you need to take, because again you can take meter by meter also, you can take anything kilometer by kilometer, but that is not making any sense. So 50, see this is in micro, so 0.5 minus 0.08 2 times, what it will be 50, 0.18 is 1634. Okay, so that is W by L. 50, 0.34. Okay, so what is remaining? VGS minus VTH. VTH is given, so that is, we already took VGS is equal to Vx here. If you will see, Vx minus 0.7 square into, now this term is remaining 1 plus, where is lambda? Lambda is given in table, that is 0.1 into VDS is 3. If you will calculate this, you will get 128303.3088 into 10 raised to minus 7 Vg minus Vg is equal to Vx 0.7 square. This is the calculation of this individual the number here, and this one is like C minus 4 minus 12 minus 9 will be subtracted from minus 12, it's like minus 3 plus minus 4, it's minus 7. And if you will convert it in the proper form, you will get 12.83 milliampere per voltage square into Vg minus 0.7 square. See, here all unit was in the standard form. Here this is 7, you need to move from here 1 2 3 4 if you will subtract 4 from 7, it will be -3, and -3 will be represented here in the milliampere. So this is how it will looks like. Now you just need to plot, you just need to put the value here for Vg. Don't confuse between the Vg and Vx, and that is Vx only. Here we took Vx. So now, just for example, at 3 volt of VGS, your ID will be 67.87 something milliampere. Okay, it is square term. Remember, remember to like let's assume 1 volt. For at 1 volt we'll find at 1 volt it is like I am finding in front of you only 12.83 into 0.3 square, so it will 0.3 square 547. All right, so this is, so if you will see the square, the plot, you will find like this something. At 0.3 the highest value is 67.87. At 1 volt it's around 1.15 milliampere. Okay, so you can plot this graph into MATLAB also. If you want to plot by yourself, you just need to calculate 3-4 more points to make your graph accurate, and it will looks like this. This is how we calculate the ID with respect to VGS. We'll see the ID for PMOS in next video.